Brian Reeves from Paranormal Investigations. Today we're going to talk about the K2 meter and the MEL meter. We're going to have a talk about them, what they do and how they work. This is the basic K2 meter. Now what this is, it's an electromagnetic field meter. Now what it actually has is a series of LED lights on the top. Now what you can use this for, because it's handheld, when you're doing a baseline survey around a building during the daylight, you can walk around. Now, if there is any electromagnetic field signals coming off anything, off electrical or anything, it's obviously going to pick it up on the LEDs. If I turn this back off and turn it back on, you'll notice all the LEDs come on. Now, if there is an electromagnetic field, the LEDs light up from the green one all the way to the red one. So you can do your baseline survey, pick up anything in the daylight that you know is going to be there at night. Now, when you come to do the investigation in the evening, you can obviously walk around with your Emf meter. Now, they say that ghosts and entities pick up on EMF and they use that to communicate with us, to show themselves. So if anything does appear in the room, these lights will go berserk and flicker on and off sometimes. 3 might come on, 5 might go off. But remember to debunk anything that in the day you picked up where there was an EMF signal. So, if we look at the EMF meter, one of the ways you can use it, obviously once you turn it on, all the LEDs go on and it's there. Now you can either carry it around with you in your hand, it fits nicely in the hand, and if anything like a ghost appears or an entity and it's using the EMF to show itself, these lights will flash. But what you can also do, you can stand it up, put a camera in front of it, and then leave it in a room. So it still shines green, it stays on, but if anything then comes into the room, the lights go berserk, but at the same time, you then know to look on the camera, is there anything you can see actually on the camera? So it has the advantage that you can either carry it around or you can leave it in a room. Now if you've got a number of these, obviously you can give them to different members of the team to carry around, and throughout the investigation, if anything does appear, the EMF meter will show it, and then you can look for the entity. Now, if you're doing a sound recording also, at that point, you might want to stop and do an EVP, find out who that entity is, if that entity wants to speak to you through an EVP, or elsewise, you can see it through the electromagnetic field. This here is the MEL meter. Now, the MEL meter is very similar to the K2 meter. Obviously, the K2 meter has the LEDs, whereas the MEL meter actually has a visible display. It's obviously more of a scientific instrument rather than just little flashy lights. Now what it's actually got here, the top bar registers electromagnetic field readings in milligauges, and at the bottom you've also got the temperature. So you've actually got 2 readings in one within this meter. So what you can do with this meter, you can either carry it handheld round, and as you go into different rooms, you can see any spikes in EMF or spikes in temperature. Now, as we know, often when an entity comes into visible or wherever it appears, the temperature tends to go down and the electromagnetic field readings tend to go up. It doesn't always work like that, but that tends to what happens. So you can carry this round, or what you can do with it is obviously place it on a table, put a camera aiming at it so you can see the whole room. And if you're not there, you can actually register on film any of the changes in temperature by watching this also, and watching in the background on the film, you'll obviously pick up any entities or anything that shows up on film as well. And also you can put a digital recorder in there as well, so you've got the audio, you've got the film, and you've got the readings for the temperature and the EMF going down. So that's the MEL meter. It takes a 9-volt battery, can also be plugged into the mains if it's being left in a room all night so the battery doesn't run down. It's Brian Reeves, Paranormal Investigations. Check out the links in the description where you can go to purchase these items. Please subscribe to our video channel and please turn on your notifications. Thank you.